Ever felt oddly relaxed in an airport, even though you're exhausted, broke, and your flight's delayed? That's no accident. Airports are carefully designed to influence your spending and your behavior without you even realizing it. From psychological cues to hidden fees, once you know the tricks, you'll never look at an airport the same again. Today, we're diving into the sneaky psychology airports use to influence your mood and your wallet. From subtle design choices to retail traps, these strategies are everywhere once you know where to look. And stick around because along the way, I'll share a few travel hacks to help you avoid the traps and save real money. Airports are a strange mix of chaos and calm. One minute you're sprinting through security, the next you're lounging in a peaceful corner with warm lights and soft seating. That sense of calm? It's designed. Airports often create calm zones to help you feel relaxed. Coincidentally, right next to shops or cafes. People are generally more likely to spend money in comfortable, stress-free environments, especially when the polar opposite can be found nearby. So soothing lights and cozy furniture, it's not just for you, it's for your spending habits. And have you ever noticed how getting to your gate often means walking through a maze of perfume, liqueur, and high-end electronics? That's no accident, it's strategy. Airports deliberately funnel you through duty-free zones, knowing the longer you're surrounded by retail, the more likely you are to make an impulse buy. During a recent visit to Rome Fiumicino Airport, I had to pass through 3 duty-free areas just to get to my gate. If you want to see what that was like firsthand, you can check out my ITA Airways review where I flew from Rome to Tunis. But it's not limited to massive duty-free zones either. Airport shops are designed to suck money right out of your wallet. They're placed in high-traffic spots for maximum temptation while you wait. But not falling into temptation is as easy as planning ahead. Bring your own snacks and drinks, actively avoid browsing, and if you have airport lounge access, head straight to the lounge. We'll talk more about lounges later in this video, but trust me, skipping airport retail means saving money. Ever notice how at most airports your gate isn't announced right away even when you think that you didn't arrive that early? That's not just bad luck. In fact, it might be a tactic. By keeping you in the central terminal longer, airports increase the chances you'll grab a snack, buy a souvenir, or browse duty-free. More waiting equals more spending, even if it's not intentional. That's just how airports are designed. Even when your gate isn't shown on the departures board, often it already shows in the app, or you can ask airport personnel what your gate is. Assuming you're not headed to an airport lounge, once you know your gate number, you can just head straight there and skip the spending traps entirely. But no matter where you're headed, there's a good chance that the airport could be tracking you. Yes, airports track a lot more than your flight status. Frequent flyer, first class passenger, VIP, you're flagged and often treated better. But if you've caused issues before, expect the opposite. Gate agents and flight crews get internal notes about passengers. You know how sometimes you get an extra polite greeting when boarding your flight? That could be based on your profile, not just politeness. And at airports, there are really a lot of free perks hidden in plain sight. Now, lounge access is the way to go. Like I said, we'll talk about it a little bit more soon. But many airports offer free rest zones, charging stations, quiet rooms, and even showers without lounge access. A great website for finding this information out before you even arrive to the airport is sleepinginairports.net. Otherwise, a lot of airports have developed apps and have solid information on their own websites. And don't be afraid to ask airport staff either. Airports may be engineered to get your money, but the people working there are mostly pretty helpful. They'll usually be more than happy to tell you where the quiet corners are hiding. The ones that you don't have to buy an expensive latte to sit in. And you know how it almost always feels like an endless walk to get to your boarding gate? It's not always just bad design. It could very well be intentional. Airports often route passengers through long walkways that pass by shops, cafes, and duty-free zones. Just like more time means more chances to spend, more walking means more chances to spend. So when it feels like your gate is in another zip code, it's probably not about smart architecture or your step count. It's just a part of the airport's strategy to keep you browsing while they move everything behind the scenes more efficiently than you'd expect. I mean, haven't you ever wondered why airport staff seem to always move faster than everybody else? That's because most major airports have hidden tunnels and staff-only routes designed for speed and efficiency behind the scenes. At Berlin-Brandenburg Airport, for example, there's a tunnel connecting Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 that technically anybody could use. But it's so poorly marked, hardly any passengers ever know about it. Meanwhile, staff glide through it all day. These back-end shortcuts are key to keeping luggage and personnel moving while the rest of us are routed the long way, conveniently past every shop and cafe. And here's something that airports would rather you didn't know. Airport lounges aren't just for the rich and famous. In fact, you might already qualify for free access and not even know it. Many credit cards, airline status levels, and even certain economy tickets come with lounge access. And once you're inside, you get free food, drinks, Wi-Fi, showers, and peace and quiet. Airports don't usually advertise these because they'd probably rather you bought an $18 sandwich at the food court. So if you're not sure if you have lounge access, check your credit cards and travel memberships. You might already have access to one of the best kept secrets in air travel. If you're still not sure if you have lounge access, feel free to drop a comment below with where you're based, and I'll let you know if I've been to your airport and what hidden lounge perks might be worth unlocking there. I mean, that's the thing with airports. The best stuff is often hidden in plain sight. And speaking of hidden strategies, traveling carry-on only is still one of the best airport hacks out there. It will save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress. But if you do need to check a bag and you're not a priority passenger, here's a trick. Head to the line closest to the priority check-in line. When there are no priority passengers, agents will often pull from that line first. And that's even truer when they're in a rush to close the counter and just need to get all of the lines taken care of. Even if you are checking a bag though, make sure to always have your essentials in your carry-on. Sometimes checked baggage just doesn't arrive when you do. If your bag really is delayed, you're often entitled to compensation under the Montreal Convention. But in the meantime, you still need the basics. And let's be honest, nobody loves going through airport security. But you don't have to let it ruin your trip. Airport security really doesn't have to be a headache, especially with rapid developments and new options constantly rolling out. Want to master the process? I've got an entire video dedicated to how recent changes will get you through airport security faster and without the stress. Feel free to check it out next if you want to level up your travel game. But as for the next time you're walking through an airport sipping overpriced water and wondering why you feel strangely calm, just remember it's all by design. But now you know their tricks. With these secrets in your back pocket, you can make smarter choices and avoid falling into airport traps. Make sure to like, don't forget to subscribe, happy travels, and I'll see you all in the next one.